All right, guys, welcome in. Welcome back to Above Ground World News Live. Now, we may have to make this a short broadcast. I think I broke my thumb. But anyway, we'll get into that later. We'll find out here in a little while. So, anyway, we got some crazy stuff to look into. Let me get this where we can see a little better. Now, remember last night, if you guys were with us last night, this Cyclone Trevor down here, I think that's the name of this thing. It was supposed to be a category 2 and then dropped down to a 1 and then back to a 2. And then right before I went live, it was showing a category 4 like it is today. But now it's showing it's going to be a category 3 right when it hits the tip of Australia. It's going to go right on over and then regain strength and hit as a category 4. So that's pretty weird how yesterday it just it disappeared. It changed. And let me just kind of cycle through these real quick. I want to go ahead. You already see the well-defined eye wall right now. So pray for the people down here in Australia. And when we get into some stuff on New Zealand, man, it's going to freak you out. I'll have to get in there here in just a second. All right, let's get out of that. Hope everybody is doing okay. All right, let's see if I can get this one out of here. Man, they're changing so many things. I can't get to the normal satellite feeds that I use. They now you have to go to the GOES 17. Or this is actually the GOES 16. But I did find a way to get over to here, but I can't like use my normal page, so it really sucks, man. They're trying to take our tools away, and so I'll have to keep on finding different ways to work around it. But what I want to get into first here, New Zealand has gone full police state. They are threatening up to 10 years in prison for even having the video saved on your computer from the attack there in New Zealand. I mean, what is this? I mean, what kind of crap is this? You can't even have a video. They are really scared, man. They must have really messed up on this one. Anyway, I'm sure we can find that on BitChute or somewhere. I'm hoping to find that and take a look at it. And then here we go, Facebook and Twitter and all them, they've removed 1.5 million videos of the New Zealand shooting in 24 hours. You know, I heard a lot of stuff about no blood, no shell casings. I didn't really get to look into it. But I can tell just by the clouds, there's some evil going on, which we'll get into in a minute. But check this out here in Missouri. Missouri Senate votes to nullify federal gun control 23-10. A Missouri bill which seeks to nullify virtually every gun control measure on the books, whether past, present, or future, passed the Senate Thursday. SB 613 would ban the state from enforcing virtually all federal gun control measures and includes criminal charges for federal agents attempting to violate the right to keep and bear arms in Missouri. So this is like the second good bill that's come out of Missouri here lately. Now, who knows once it gets up higher into the legislation stuff if it'll get passed. But if this gets passed, Missouri's looking good at trying to defend herself from these kind of crazy shootings. So let's pray this thing goes through. All right, so I'm always talking about, you know, how they blame the climate change on us, blame it on our cars, even though that one cruise liner ship is the same as 1 million cars. Then you factor in the military ships, then you factor in all the weather programs that they're running across the world. But back in, let me get this to, this is over in Russia, man. This is called The Door to Hell, has been burning for over 40 years. apparently a piece of equipment, which I was trying to get back to where it said that because it didn't make sense. But do they factor this thing in? You know, when they're doing their climate models and the CO2 gases and all this. Yeah, 1971, a Soviet engineering rig collapsed, creating the crater. What was it? Was it a bomb that fell over? I mean, what is this here? So this is how our scientists work. They lit the damn thing on fire, and it's been burning ever since. Yeah, scientists lit the crater aflame, and it's never burned out. They were hoping of burning off harmful escaping gases, but instead, we have a continuous fire, and now it's called the gates of hell. And there's no signs of this thing burning out anytime soon. You know, just like they want to try to pump water down into the super volcano to try to cool the lava, man. These scientists are nuts. They have no clue. They think they're smart, but man, they're not. First thing we're going to do is zoom in here on New Zealand because this is freaky. You know, we're always seeing faces in the clouds, but especially where something bad just happened. We can also see the aerosols here being deployed, but when you scroll out here, I'm seeing all kinds of crazy stuff in these clouds, and you're going to see it here in a minute once I point it out. Right here's the eye, there's the pupil, there's the mouth, the jawbone. Looks like he's got a couple hands over here. But watch when I click these layers. I mean, then now you can really see it. Looks like a skull. Here's his eye, one eye, mouth, jawbone. But check this out when I really click the next layer. Look at this face, man. That's the same face that was in the 9/11 smoke. Looks like he's got two hands over here, the head, the mouth, the eye. The nose is standing out. And no, I'm not crazy, man. These are sky demons. This is just telling you the real story of what happened down here in New Zealand. So, yeah, that's pretty freaky. Take a look at that for a second. This is truly a battle between good and evil. I mean, this is telling you right here that there's evil, complete evil involved in here, and they're trying to take these people's right to protect themselves. You know, they're going to keep going country by country. The United States will be the last country, and once our guns are gone, it's 100% guillotines and FEMA camps and all that stuff. So we cannot let them take these guns. So right up here is the cyclone that keeps jumping sizes, and they're definitely manipulating this thing. All kinds of aerosols being deployed. And what do you know? It's not going to load for us. We got quite a few disturbances out here. We got one really close to Guam. Here's Guam. We got this disturbance. One over here by the Philippines. Oh, and of course the stream is going to run real crappy. What the heck? Can't give us a break. And speaking of faces and weird clouds, look over here off the coast of California. What the hell is this? This is in no way a real cloud. You got the aerosols being deployed all out here through this high pressure system. I mean, we got tons of aerosols. I mean, they are definitely seeding this pressure system, but when you take a look at this cloud right here, this is not a normal cloud. This is in no way, there's probably no meteorological term for these clouds. This is all being microwaved frequencies. These are not normal clouds. These are just telling a story too. They're telling a story that they are manipulating our weather. You know, and like I said, if you just go over here, you can click the layers. I can find the layers that will load. I mean, you got heavy aerosols being deployed out here. Look at this guy right here. That'll clear up a little bit. You know, and that thumbnail I have in the start of the video, that was the same sky demon that I seen in the clouds when David Miles was putting the fires out. And it just happens to be a statue in Jerusalem. I mean, all these are all signs, man. They're all signs of what they're doing, what's to come. And it's just showing their ugly face. So, yeah, we have tons of aerosols being deployed into this system. I mean, all the way down through here. So, tons of abnormal clouds all across the planet. We got heavy aerosols over Nebraska, right where they're completely flooded out. I have to drive up to Nebraska tomorrow morning, and I got to take a complete different route because I-29 is still closed. If I can get close to any of the flooding, I'll pop off a little live stream and we'll get a little footage of what's really going on here. Iowa, heavy aerosols. Kansas, bombarded. Colorado, bombarded. Wyoming, bombarded. And then we'll go on down a little bit farther south. They're trying to conjure something up down here in the Gulf of Mexico. There should have been a pretty fair weather here over the next 2 weeks till the end of the month, but now this is what changes the forecast, is when they start these aerosol campaigns. We know where the aerosols are. That's where the storms are headed. Go ahead and click the layer here and just kind of see what we can find. I didn't get to load all this real good. Yeah, we got so many dead trees on our property, man. You know, from Fukushima, from the geoengineering. And I was out there pushing some down just by hand, the whole tree. And I was getting a little cocky, and I tried to push a big tree over, and a limb from the top of the tree fell down and hit me on the head, on the shoulder, and somewhere on my thumb or on my wrist. I don't know where. It's all swollen up, but man, it about knocked me out. So getting a little cocky there, and like I said, my thumb really hurts. I may have to go to the doctor, just ice it up or something here. Definitely throbbing. So we may keep this a little bit short. Man, I thought I had these loaded better. What the heck? Let's see if I can... Oh, there we go. That's loaded a little better. All right, let me get back over here. Yeah, it's crazy how everything loads fine until I go live. But like I said, they're going to keep trying to take us out. You guys got to make sure you're subscribed to the backup channel. You know, if they take me here off of YouTube, I got a strike today. Not really a copyright strike, but the video I did about where they were doing the lithium spray over Oregon, and I used some footage from some old show or something. Well, they hit me on that today. They hit me for harassment and bullying on some other video that I did like 4 years ago. So definitely subscribe to the backup channel. Go ahead and subscribe to all them links I got down in the description. I got Twitch. Twitch will probably be one of the first places I go, or Discord or somewhere like that. I have uploaded a few videos to Twitch, and I'm looking for some other things to use if we get took off here. So anyway, let's go ahead and go over here and check. Looks like the dust storm is pretty well done for a while. Yeah, man, I should have known better, man. I shouldn't have. What happened is I started pushing it, and it was too big a tree, and I couldn't push it on over. So it kind of whipped back, and when it whipped back, it hit the top part of the tree, hit another tree. And I wasn't even looking up, man. It clocked me pretty damn good. My wife's like, "Oh, man, are you all right?" I was like, "Man, that was like the biggest, heaviest hunk of the whole tree." But luckily, it hit more my hand than my head and my shoulder. I mean, I got like probably road rash on my shoulder, but No big deal. Probably just tape it up and get back to work. All right, so we got a big spraying operation over here, over North and South Korea, if it'll load. Yeah, we'll get this to load up a little bit, and then we'll check this one out. It looks like a bad aerosol spray. The backup channel's down in the description. It's AGWN News. That's usually where, if I'm driving, I do my live driving videos. I don't do a whole lot. I may do one tomorrow, though. So, yeah, you got tons of aerosols and frequencies over here in the Koreas, part of China. And then way up in north, all the way up going in spraying operation. Not seeing no major dust storms or nothing like that. Let's go over here and check where all the other major weather modification people are. And man, they're looking pretty clear over here. And of course, they are clear completely. They are the best skies in the world. All right, let me just kind of zoom out here. So we got one cyclone, two cyclone, and a couple more. We'll go ahead, probably done with this. Check this out. We got Cyclone Trevor that's getting ready to hit Australia. We also have another invest right on the other side of the country. And you got Tropical Storm Savannah. That's probably not going to affect nobody. And then we got a new tropical depression up here by, where is that right there? That is Papua New Guinea and Malaysia, Indonesia area. Let's go ahead and check the mimic map real quick. Yeah, I'll be fine. My head's fine, man. Luckily my hand must have took most of the brunt. And I knew when it happened, I was like, I think I might have broke my thumb or my wrist. I can't tell. All right, so look, we're getting some missing frames. I mean, a lot of this is stitching errors, but usually the stitching errors will be in an S wave pattern. But what I'm looking for is like pulses, especially where these storms are, or if they split apart these atmospheric rivers. Sure signs of manipulation on them. So this one really isn't looking real bad to me. Look, the atmospheric river is actually going where it usually goes, up to Alaska. That's like a normal atmospheric river. Like right this minute, they are probably not steered it. But then you got that big spraying operation right out ahead of this. Probably where the look would be in the Gulf of Mexico. Look, it kind of got pulsed there. Yeah, we just do a quick zoom in on North America. Oh, hey, thanks, sir. Yeah, definitely. All right, so let's take a quick look at this. So the big spraying operation is right out ahead of this. And then we have the freaky cloud formation right there off the west coast. Yeah, something definitely ate part of that up before it went into where right there it gets disintegrated. So nothing real major right there, but still something to keep watch. And look how this atmospheric river has retreated. And look at that flash. Look, they're flashing it down here. That's not the sun. That is something else. I'm glad I zoomed in on this. Something pushed it off from Texas there. So we're going to have to take a look at them radars for sure. You also have the big ionospheric heater over here, or SIBO, and then you got one right straight down in Peru. All right, we're done with that. we're done with that. We'll check that in a minute. Let's go ahead and check the forecast models real quick, see if they've changed. So we're supposed to get a little bit of rain here in the parts that are already flooded. So look, they're definitely a target. They're going to target them again because they're doing all the spraying up here. A little hunk off, making a low pressure. Here's your low pressure. Even though it's marked way out here, this is actually the low pressure. And they're spraying right out ahead of it. So right here, you should have fair weather. Shouldn't even be no rain. Scroll that through. And really, there's no low pressure hardly at all. It's like it's too high pressure. So this rainstorm doesn't even make sense. Yeah, so this is, boy, the real close call to some severe stuff there off of North Carolina here coming up on Thursday. Yeah, look at that. West Virginia. So heads up there, just in case this thing hits on land and not out to the sea. Yeah, it definitely turns into a low pressure right there. So where'd that come from? So that low pressure just pops up out of nowhere. And we'll just kind of look. Here's the next big storm on Sunday. All right, we'll get into the long range a little bit later. Look, another wave coming in. I want to go ahead and check the total accumulation amount because this tells us where they're actually trying to hit. Maybe they're trying to flood this out so the nuclear plants, overheat and blow up in Missouri so that they cannot let this gun legislation go through. Who knows? So when we go all the way up to the 16-day, look at this moisture field over North California. Super heavy in the mountains and right there off the coast there in Washington and Oregon. Right of the line of Missouri, Iowa, Illinois, and then southern Missouri. This is all where the Missouri River is going to be just mega flooded all the way down. So this is something to keep our eyes on here, man. Look, they're definitely targeting the same rivers. We know they have the technology to steer this thing, but they never use it for good. They only use it for evil. I guess when you're trying to change God's work, it's always evil. All right, so there we go. Yeah, Alabama's flooded. Everybody's flooded, man. The ground is like liquefied. That's why I'm surprised we're not having more earthquakes, just from the sheer weight of the water, the weight of the snow. I mean, I went back and read, it's been a couple of years, but I went back and read on dams when they built these dams. And hey, thanks there, Sandra. When they built the dams, it caused like 4.5 earthquakes, some up into the 5s, just from them, making the water go places it normally wouldn't go. So I wanted to take a look at this next thread right here, and you can see, if you guys can see this, you can see the radio frequencies of microwave transmissions sending and receiving from a military base. Here it goes, shooting one in, and they shoot them back. They're also shooting some frequencies up. So this one is always, they can't hide this one. It shows up too good. And you can also see down here where the power plant is, sometimes it creates its own rain. So just wanted to zoom in on this. Yeah, I can't get to the regular College of DeBry page, man. They changed it all. So now we have to go to here and kind of look at this light stuff here. I might be able to take the, yeah, so I can go ahead and hide that, but it's pretty dark. Let me see if I can brighten this up here. Nope, that's too much. That don't look good. That's not viewable. All right, now I got to remember. Okay, let me get that off. All right, so we're not going to get that. So I guess for now on, I got to look at this one for the radar anomalies, and then go to the dual pole NexRad station. Definitely got some pulsing going on right there in that same area in Texas. We know they pulse the atmospheric river down there. That's what I'm kind of watching. Yeah, we may need to look at all the radars just turn up there. That's what's creating the weird clouds. Some of them are just shutting off and on, beaming out. Not seeing no real big beams on this, so I'll have to dig around. I may have to check out the whoa, what's it doing here? Wow, it's freaking out. All right, let me put this on something different here. And let me toggle that stuff off. See, now that they change all my stuff, it's going to take me a little bit to try to figure out how to get this stuff off. So I don't want that on there no more. Let's go ahead and take that off. And check that. All right, while that is loading, let's go ahead and get out of that. And let me pause this. Trying to keep the stream running right. Let's go ahead and check the earth null real quick. Hey, be safe out there, Karen. All right, here we go. So let's go ahead and do a quick check of the polar vortex, because it's going to start shifting south here pretty soon. It's going to go all the way down to the southern hemisphere. Look, it's already starting to pick up some winds. And the speed's almost back to normal. Just about back to normal. Go ahead and check the jet streams. All right, super high winds out there where they're spraying. Big vortex there. All right, let's go ahead and check the ocean waves. We know Hawaii just got hit with that bunch of big waves. Looks like they got maybe another one coming. Let me fast forward this, just see where it ends up. We could go out a couple days. That's about it on this. Wow, that thing is pretty big. But then it just dissipates. All right, we'll keep our eyes on that to see if they do any kind of microwaving on that. Here's our cyclone. 28-foot waves. Let's go ahead and take it up. 30-foot waves. So it's going to be hitting with 30-foot waves, plus you'll have the storm surge. So that's going to be pretty bad. Let's see if I can get it to pop out. And then here it is. Once it gets past, we're looking at 32-foot waves. See how far we can take this up. 33-foot. Tell you, this earth null is really accurate. So it's showing it weakening when it gets over here. So what is going on here? So this is showing it weakening. It's not showing it like going into a Cat 4. But that one's definitely turning into something. 45-foot waves. Let me back that back up. What the heck? Oh, man. It looks like Australia could be getting hit by 2 cyclones at the same time. Wow. That's got 47-foot waves with that one. So, huge heads up for Australia here, man. We meant to go back and check that something, because, yeah, that's some big-time waves right there. And then we also have this one. Wow, it's starting to head over towards Madagascar and the islands. 34-foot waves, 43-foot waves. Crazy stuff going on down here in the southern hemisphere. All right, yeah, I'll be kind of watching that tomorrow and just see. All right, let's go ahead and check the carbon monoxides. Still something weird going here off the west coast. You can see all the fracking, and it's always seemed to be high over on the east coast for now, man. China's back to nasty normal. India is starting to pick up a little bit. Let's check the carbon dioxide. Yeah, what's going on down here in California? You got big time levels. That's off the charts. Same over here by Detroit. Up here in the Northeast. What is that, about West Virginia there? Man. Definitely see all our ship tracks. All the straight lines are the ship tracks. All right, just taking a quick look at that. All right. Just need to document all this stuff, man. All right, look at the dust. It's still flowing right on over to South America. Look, they sent a little hunk up to the UK. So, wow, look at that mess right there. If you're down in South America, man, it is not good air quality at all. We're starting to see this a lot where the heavy aerosols are. That's probably all fracking. All right, so the roars are down pretty good. All right, I think we're done with this. One thing I wanted to check. Let's go ahead and check the current storms. Let's check this other storm down by Australia, see if they have a path on it yet. So here is 20p. This is the Cyclone Trevor, 962 millibars. Maximum winds 95 knots. So here's, yeah, that's too many. Let me back. Let's pick this one that don't have so many models. So 24 hours, it's going to be right over the center. 48 hours to be back in here. Man, I've seen these cyclones just pinball around in here. Hey, thanks there, Jonathan. But I want to check the other one, the one that looks like it's going to hit from the north. Here is Savannah, 95W. Invest. Here it is right here. Let's take a look at this one. Wow. Look at the pressure drop. It's going to go from 997, and then here in about 72 hours, it's going to drop down to 930. That's a huge drop. That could be a Category 4 or a Category 5. That's just about like the... Wow, I don't have any information on that thing, really. It's not giving you anything. Like, I would think this would already be a named storm. So, wow. So, New Zealand's being attacked. Australia's being attacked. California's being attacked. The Midwest is being attacked. The South is being attacked. The North. We're all being attacked. All right, so this thing looks like it's going to have right around 140 knot wind gust, 115 sustained winds. That's pretty wicked right there. All right, pray for everybody down here. Looks like 2 parts could be getting hit. We'll find out if that other one goes into a cycle. Let me try the typhoon place. Let me just try this real quick. Can't remember if this is the other one I used to use. Oh, wow, these are old, man. Okay, this one must not be any good anymore. All right, let's get out of that. All right, we'll see what kind of stuff we have going here. Big time spraying right where we seen it on the worldview map. Let me put it on the microphysics. All right, guys, so tomorrow night, I got to make that big drive, so I don't know if I'll be able to do a show tomorrow night, but if I don't, I'll leave a message. Hey, no problem there, Grumpy. I mean, oh, no, that's fine. He's going to be happy. Like, he comes over and watches every one of these videos, so it's all good. He don't have nothing else to watch, man. I make him watch these videos. All right, guys. So I don't know if I'm gonna, like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do a show tomorrow night, but I'll try. The drives up to Omaha and back is they pretty much take me out, but we'll see how it goes. And if not, if we don't see you tomorrow night, we'll definitely see you the next night. So anyway, I think I'm gonna call this a show for tonight, and we will. Let me get that. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and we'll do it again tomorrow if I'm willing, or not willing, but able. So anyway, guys, much love. You can tell I'm in a little bit of pain right now. I can't hardly think very good. So anyway, guys, much love. Be safe out there. Don't be shaking the dead trees around, man. They'll clock you upside the head. Anyway, guys, much love out there. See you tomorrow, God willing. Here we go. Let's rock out. Let's rise. We're going to have to rise. Don't let them take your guns.